Oh, wow. It was like a sunset. That one was fired up. Oh, come right back out there. Let's see. Can we pick them up? Probably not going to pick that one up, but there's a lot all of a sudden right here. When I first got here, it was like 10 minutes of nothing. And I was considering having to go find another spot. But I know they're here. Here we go. Here's something nice. Oh my goodness. That is really nice. Wow.
What are you making out, Hood?
I'm making out pretty good. Look at that. Look at the size of that.
Damn, that is real nice.
Yeah.
When you having a fish fry?
Later.
That's nice, man. How many you caught?
This is the first one of that size. The rest are...
That's a good fish.
I'm just putting away some bait for later.
Oh, you doing a catfish?
Later.
Oh, good. All right, my man.
Yeah, you're right. What's the point in dancing to music that you can't hear? I can hear it. You just can't hear it. Yeah, you're right. It's in here. So, I'm having a great time in my kitchen. I haven't even started anything. I just finished cleaning. I want to cook some food. I was looking at the weather earlier, and it doesn't look great for tomorrow. Looks like I might get sidelined, which means I won't have a video for the next day. However, there is a really nice, fair window of opportunity coming up. Unfortunately, it's coming up where I would be sleeping. So instead of sleeping, we're going to be eating, and then we're going to go out and go fishing. Now, I don't really feel the night bite being productive, but we might end up being out there without too much time before pre-dawn. We'll see. And I don't know which out there we're going to yet. I haven't made up my mind, but I know what I'm cooking. I got to cut it first. So we coming back with the beats that you can't hear, but it's a good thing that I can hear them because they are good beats. I'm listening to a mix of cumbia, rabiata. Am I saying that right? Well, anyway, rabiata with a J, not a Y, basically means that it's slowed down. Cumbia, cumbia, slowed down like half speed. Cumbia at half speed. Whoa! I just when you have it in your head or you have it on a big system, cranked up the bass because it's down tempo, right? So it's the pitch. It's pitched down because it's slowed down. So it's wow, really fun to dance to. I gotta tell you, really fun, like ska, but a little different. Always easier to cut your fish if you dry it after you wash it, because it's not going to slip around so much. So this is a nice red ear that I got earlier today. There we go. There we go. Feeling for where that rib cage ends. There we go. Popped out. really love this mix. When I'm walking the dogs, listening to this stuff, people must think I'm crazy because I'm dancing in parking lots. I lived in New York City, LES, from when I was 17 throughout most of my 20s, right? And I lived in a predominantly Puerto Rican neighborhood. Well, there were other people there, right? But there was a lot of Puerto Rican culture and Dominican culture. All kinds of Latin music all over the place. So I was exposed to it, but there was other things going on too. Also, heavily exposed to Hispanic culture growing up in Texas and Dallas. So listening to stuff like this, it's not that strange to me. It was always there, right? Always in the background. Like George Strait or something. There are a lot of musics out there that sound phenomenal when you slow them down. Now I'm wondering, what does George Strait sound like at half speed? I might not want to find out, let me tell you. It might not be a good thing. Sometimes when you slow a track down or slow vinyl down on the record player, it's very inspirational, right? So I do this a lot. I like to slow things down and hear what it sounds like. Zydeco is very similar to cumbia because of, you know, accordion. The accordion is there. I wonder what Zydeco sounds like slowed down and mixed on turntables with other beats. I just, wow, that would be crazy, right? Like some kind of weird vinyl electro Zydeco down tempo. Almost done here. Still got to deal with the mess, but first I got to take these off the skin. I have searched around. I need to do more. There's a lot of interesting mixes of Zydeco on YouTube. A lot of stuff from several years ago, 8-10 years ago, by DJs in Louisiana. There's got to be something out there somewhere, right? Somebody's already done it, right? Some weird mix, down tempo Zydeco. Yeah, I'm dancing at the sink. Dancing at the sink. One of my favorite parts right here of these kinds of videos, the cleaning part. Might not always show it, but it's extremely important. On my other channel where I actually do music, at some point I'm going to have turntables. I'm looking for some right now at a good price. So I just opened up a fresh can of Caribbean jerk seasoning. Leftovers, fresh green beans, carrot. See what else is in there. Zucchini. I got the Trinity down in there. Garlic, onion, celery, bell pepper. This by itself is hot. It's got this in it, right? Well, it's also, it has roux and tomato sauce in it, like a gravy, right? So we're just gonna get that in here. Lock it down with the lid. Get some heat under it, not too much. And let it slowly heat up. Just a fair dusting on both sides. I can take it. Some people, this is way too much. A couple of shakes of the pepper shaker, too hot for some people, right? Black pepper, like the equivalent of jalapeno. Eventually, I'll get in there with this wooden spatula, mix it up a little bit. Yeah, you're right. I eat this kind of stuff a lot during the week. This is what I would call Ital, but you can call it a lot of things, right? It's basically, to me, vegan soul food. You got to be healthy, right? I do eat meat, but not as much as some people. Olive oil. More dancing in the kitchen, because there's some time we got to dance, or give it time to heat up. We're getting somewhere here. Starting to see a little bit of steam come up. Don't want to burn this, so that's why starting out with a really low heat. Don't want to evaporate too much of the moisture, because I really feel like I would ruin it if I added any. So I just want it to come up slowly. Heat. Oh yeah. Coming along, coming along. It's fun to dance to. Like if you grew up doing the two-step with your grandma, and then when you got all the punk rock, right, you started doing the pogo, and then you were dancing ska. The way you do this is similar to all that, right? But come down low and then come up high. Some fancy footwork, doesn't hurt. Spin around. Yeah, you're right. Not too much. Not too much. Give it a little bit, you know, to let it come up. Heat that oil. First the pan has to heat up, then the oil, but it shouldn't take too long if you started with heating the pan and then heating the oil, and then it shouldn't take too long. My motto is, if you're not having fun in the kitchen, you're not really cooking anything worth eating. You gotta enjoy yourself, but also pay attention to what you're cooking, because it needs to be worth eating. Chef roll bowl. Everybody needs one. Not much to actually cooking the fish tonight. Just a little bit of spices, some oil in the hot pan. Let it go white. Call it a night. I mean, sometimes I'll go crazy, or I'll do something a little more than just that. But you see, most of my flavor is in here. So I don't need to go crazy over here. I just need to cook it. We're getting there. Oh yeah, time to shut that down. That's good. We're gonna shut it all the way down. We're gonna get it down in the Jeffro bowl. Jeffro, you know, like Beverly Hillbillies. That's where that comes from. Big bowl. Big Jeffro bowl. Yeah, you're right. It might not be pretty, but does it taste pretty good? Let's see. Yeah. It tastes better than it did last night. Sometimes that's the case with leftovers, but this has something added to it. Yeah, you're right. Normally in a catch and cook, we're like super close to the end, right? But we're not. We're still in the beginning. We haven't even left the house. So we need to let more time slip by. I don't know if we're going to dance that by because I need to save my energy, but let's get some fuel back in the tank here and then get out of here and see about catching something. I got some ideas. We on the road, muchachos. Hold on, caballeros.
Yeah, we're out there. Woo! Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, bumpy as heck. Whoa, coming up here at top speeds. Whoa, scaring the rabbits. Whoa, bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Woo! Ah, that's better.
It is nice. Yeah, you're right, my caballeros. This is Predawn, starting at Predawn. Yeah, you're right. Took a while to get here. I got to thank my good friend Ben for stopping by and having a conversation with me to help me while away the hours so we could come here at Predawn. Yeah, you're right. Woo! I'm gonna be fading soon, so let's get on top of this session. All right, we're gonna get a bait going real quick. This is fresh from yesterday afternoon. Little piece of gill. Let's go with something from the middle. We'll go ahead and take the gut pocket off. We might just save that. Just like earlier, rocking out with a 5/0 octopus style circle hook. Pretty soon I will be able to graduate to something much bigger, but we're gonna stay small right now. Almost looks too small for that piece of bait, but it'll be fine. 3 ounces of lead on the Twitch and Whisker tournament rod. Dawn is coming fast. Let me tell you something. All right, so this is a 7'6" rod, right? So I want to get out in the middle. So I'm going to do a bit of a pendulum cast. I can let a little more off. What that is you start swinging this, swing it, and then when it gets high in the back, like so, bam! And we got that out there. There we go. I'll keep that rod nice and safe. I'm a bit overdressed this morning because the mosquitoes are still pretty active. This is going to be a 2-rod session, and the type of 2-rod session where I actually fish 2 rods, not just bring 2 rods. But this is going to be totally different. We've got a dropper loop here with a 1/0 and only 1 ounce of lead right there. So the tactic here is 1 far out, 1 close in. So I want you to remember back. I want you to think back days ago, right? Not too many days, but a few days ago I was here and I caught a gaspergoo. You remember that? Yeah, you're right. Maybe you know what I'm thinking. But I'm not thinking we're going to use a whole night crawler. We're going to cut this in half, be a little conservative. Get down here, find that broken end I pinched. Start feeding that hook up it a little bit. And now that we got the bend covered, we're going to pierce. And we're going to start wrapping, but we don't want to wrap it all on there. We want to leave a little bit hanging off. That'll make it a lot more attractive, even though it could be the end of that bait, because something could come and grab that end and rip it, but that's life. So the idea of close in is relative, right? Everybody's got a different idea of what close in is. We could go super close, right up against the bulkhead, or kind of close, like something out in front of the bulkhead. We're gonna go with about 15 feet out in front of it at an angle going that way, so it's kind of totally out of the neighborhood of the other rod next to it. But we're gonna smack them almost up together to make it more workable. What's key here, this one's not supported such as that one, right? See this first eye, the big eye? When something takes it, that eye is going to hit the pipe, and then it'll start making the rod go up. So it's going to stop it from like totally bottle rocking out there. Bottle rocketing, that's how you would say that, bottle rocketing. It'll stop it from bottle rocking too. If it wasn't for my conversation with Ben, I would have been out here earlier, but I bet you anything I would have just been out here with lines wet waiting for this time right here where I'm speaking, because this is where they're going to start feeding. I didn't really see a night bite happening last night, but I do see a morning bite happening. So it's good that I had a nice long conversation with my friend before he left town. It's good to see him. Hope he has a safe travel out where he's going. And now here we are. So why did I come to this spot rather than the river? Well, this is a lot cleaner. It don't look like liquid butterscotch. It don't look like diarrhea. This is not as deep as the river. It is connected to the river via a lock down a ways from me, but it's not as deep, so it may have a better temp. We might have better action here. I'm feeling pretty confident. Just gonna let this camera roll, because I think we're gonna get a hit anytime now. We haven't been out for more than 5 minutes or so. We had a nice overnight temp. We did not come out of the 70s last night. Actually, I thought we were gonna come into the 60s, but it stayed in the 70s, so it was fairly warm all night. Tonight, though, that might be different, and we might come down deep into some cooler temps. So I'm feeling fairly confident because of that overnight temp. Lighter and lighter it gets every second. Would you like to see a surprise? It's not there. It's right here. Skipjack. Wow. Skipjack can be a very difficult fish to get in the net because they move so fast. And we got at least one, or no. Oh, we don't have a skipjack. We have no skipjack, but we got shad. All right, we'll save your life because you're kind of small for what I want to do. We'll keep you, but we'll spare you. And whoa, come here. Whoa, slippery little bugger, isn't he? We'll keep these two. Working on something here. If one bait's not getting any love, try another bait if you got that option. And this is catfish candy, so why not? All right, just for a hot sec, I'm gonna take this live shad that I just caught, put on my dropper loop on my 1/0. Fish that live just right here in front of me. Something's with it. Something's with it. It hit it good before the camera came on, and now it's just like dancing that slack line up and down. Yeah, it's still there, still dancing that slack line. It's swimming in on me. Let's go ahead and keep reeling up till we feel tension. There you go, got you. This doesn't feel like a good hookup for some reason. It feels weird. Maybe it is an okay hookup. Just feeling weird. Well, this is bringing a bit of my confidence back, but not much of it, because it's ticking on, and it hasn't been that great, but it's not too out of the ordinary for right now. There we go. Well, this one's looking a little worse for the wear. Looks like somebody doodled on him up here. All scraped up. Here, go get yourself right. Headpiece time. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm going to see that wind, because it hasn't really started yet. So maybe, I haven't checked the weather for a while this morning. It could have changed. It could be that I should be expecting it later than 8 or 9. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Whoa, ho, ho, something just kissed that headpiece and gave us a slack line. Oh, he's doing a little more than kissing it this time. Look at that. Whoa, yes. Yes. Ho, ho, ho. I just had to sit down and wait. You know, I was thinking I could have just stayed home dancing in my kitchen. That's what I'm thinking, amigos. I could have, but I didn't. Yeah, you're right. This feels good on this little rod. It's not a massive fish. Oh, but it is bigger than the first one. This has been pitiful, very slow. But I always got to remind myself what time of year and water temperatures and all that. I may have had great expectations or confidence, if you will, but yeah, I can never forget like what the odds are. I knew that the odds were good to get something, but I didn't think we were going to like just absolutely hammer the fish this morning. I just thought, you know, our odds of catching fish were better coming for pre-dawn rather than starting like at midnight or something. Like I finished cooking right after midnight, and I just chilled with my dogs, and then oh, let's angle you down a little bit. Chilled with my dogs for a while, and then sat on my porch talking to my friend for a while. And this is what I have to show for my endeavor coming out here for pre-dawn. Couple of babies. Bye. Time well spent. Dancing in my kitchen is time well spent too, by the way. Probably will dance in the kitchen again here very soon. I'll probably dance all over the place. Like dancing. Maybe 10 pounds or so. Oh, what the heck was that? That was insane. Oh, that's what that was. Oh my goodness. We about caught one of those. Absolutely the first time for that as well. I've never had one of those birds take my live bait from down below, right? I've had birds try to take my fish like pelicans. But yeah, that bird sniped my live bait. There was a live shad on there. Yeah, you're right, amigos. Despite it being a slow session, absolutely had a blast. Out here and in my kitchen. Really fun making this video. And now I'm super faded. But before I go through the yada 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 goodbye, I want to let you know we are still raising funds to help cover the cost of Craig's dad's funeral. His dad passed away recently, and he's coming up a little short covering the cost. We have about a little less than 2 weeks left, and we're getting there. All right, so thank you if you've already donated to that cause. If you'd like to, there's a link down in the description. You can stay anonymous, or you can let us know who you are and give us a message. But yeah, you're right. I tell you what, I am super faded, and I am ready to scoot up out of here, get back to the house. So thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and being a member of the channel, and I will see you next time.